Today on While We're Single, we're talking about which games should be virtual reality. So the Oculus Rift is coming, and it's sparking people's creativity. It's making people think, what would be a good virtual reality game, a game you really want to immerse yourself in?
God, just technology is great. We have virtual reality right in front of us. You got the Oculus Rift, you got PlayStation that's trying something. You put the Oculus Rift with the Kinect, and that's just fantastic. It actually works. It's right here. Now all we need are good games for it.
Games that should be on virtual reality. Well, it got bought by Facebook, so I guess Farmville, right? Virtual reality Farmville. You're walking around to your friend's farms. No, don't do that! Facebook, I'll kill you.
If I had to choose one game to be virtual reality, I mean, it's an anime, but it's also a game. Dragon Ball Z. Come on. I mean, I know what you're saying.
F this game. F this game. F that little baby and this baby weenie.
It was on the Kinect. It was a pretty crappy game, but imagine on the Kinect 2 with the power of the new Oculus Rift. Exciting.
And obviously, the first game that you got to get that needs to be made, Rogue Squadron. Seriously, I want to be like Red 2, standing by. Maybe I'll be like Green 3 and have like a little A-wing, or maybe I want to go on a bombing raid with a Y-wing.
Perfect for virtual reality is any horror game, but I gotta go with Outlast just because that's the one at the top of the list that I think is one of the scariest ones that's out right now. And imagine how frightening, how pants-wettingly frightening Outlast is. It is just ridiculously scary. The ending may be a little disappointing, but the game in general is just terrifying.
I will literally come to Facebook headquarters or Zynga headquarters, whoever had the idea. They're probably both in the same place, and I will burn it down.
And then imagine yourself actually there, which is really the nightmare.
Why? Come on. First of all, to be able to fly around is just friggin' awesome. You can fly around, you can move your body, like you can use your hands, or you can. It's the Kinect. The new Kinect it knows if you're leaning in and out and back and forth. That's perfect. That's all I need, because I can be dipping and dodging all over the place.
Let's actually there's already a game out there by some like random indie developer who made, it's not a game, but it's like a test of the Iron Man like flying, like with the repulsor jets, and it looks awesome. It feels awesome. I actually got a chance to play it. It's awesome. You fly around and you control with the Kinect by where your hands are. Is where your repulsors are shooting. So if you want to go up, you're like, whoo, you do this thing, and like this will turn you around and stuff.
It's like, yeah, this is a game, but I can turn it off. I mean, you can still turn it off, but imagine yourself in those hallways, looking around for the people that are trying to get you, all the crazy patients, having them jump directly into your face. It's a game that you don't want to be in, but you do want to be in it, because that is really the full experience.
Now, let's really look at the ships and how they're structured. Their windows, the cockpits that come down, you can still look all over, just like a modern day jet plane. Like, you can look all over. I want to be able to be flying down and like helping my buddy who's got a bogey on his tail and look up and see a TIE bomber and kind of fly out of formation and be like, woohoo, and then shoot him down.
The most exciting thing is using your entire body and screaming the commands at your TV, like you would scream at the top of your lungs to charge up your key. You gotta make the face too, because Kinect can recognize. You have to express, otherwise it won't work.
It's over 9,000!
The greatest stage I've ever played in any Star Wars game is always the Battle of Hoth. I want to have that Oculus Rift on my face. I want to have a controller in my hands. And you know what? I want to have a snow speeder and be looping through AT-ST's feet.
Jarvis is popping up on screen like, sir, you're at 23% power. And you're like, I know, Jarvis, shut up. I got to do this thing. And then Captain America's running along on the ground and you're like, he can't fly. Look at that idiot. Wow, he doesn't deserve his own game.
And then I'm sure the headset or whatever you're wearing, the virtual reality device, would definitely have some kind of surround sound just to really immerse you in that just terrifying world. And then obviously the mechanics of it are pretty cool. I mean, the whole game is looking around and hiding, so being able to see around you, but then also you could do stuff like actually peek around corners and stuff.
And then you're flying around, blowing everyone up, fighting, I don't know, Ironmonger would be a good villain from the first one. Fighting whoever, it doesn't matter. Ooh, or Hulk. Hulk gets out of control and you have to don the Hulk Buster armor and fight Hulk. How about that? And Hulk's jumping super high, but you're flying and dodging side to side, hitting him with a repulsor blast. That might be a lot of fun.
I can't even imagine how frightening that is, just to actually be the one having to look around the corners and hide under the bed and look out from under the bed. Oh! It would be a terrifying game, and probably one of the best virtual reality experiences I can imagine, just as far as like an immersive experience.
And then you're like, Kamehameha! Or you're like, Ultra Beam Cannon! And you can say, and you can be a Dragon Ball Z character, and if you want to go off on a friggin' flail whale, like, and have a fight and be teleporting all over the place, just swing all willy-nilly and look around because you don't realize it, but you're teleporting. You're moving so fast.
And then like we've seen the giant AT-AT walkers with their cannons. You try to like fly around them. They got Biggs behind me. It's like whoop, thunk, and then you get like the tow cable and you're wrapping around. You're just flying around, hoping to God that you don't hit the ground. And then you have the Death Star 2 trench run, where it's not just like the first trench run, where you're like, oh, oh, there's someone behind me. I hope he doesn't shoot me. This time it's like you gotta fly in there, fly around, destroy the core, and as it's exploding, like fly out of like this horrible maze of pipes and tubing and walls.
And if you guys remember the movie, there's the one scene where he targets the guys that are holding hostages just by looking at them. So in certain parts of the game, it would go into like visual recognition mode, and you just like look at who you want to kill, and then you're just like, no! And the guns pop out, and it's like, boop, 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 and it takes them all down. Dude, this games would be so good.
You're in your room screaming at the top of your lungs because you want to get your chi up and you want to just be super all-powerful, and no one knows what's going on. It just sounds like you're getting murdered.
What the hell is wrong with you? Shut the hell up!
I just nerdgasmed a little bit.
If you enjoyed that episode about what games should be VR, you should also check out what we think should be sandbox games, because what we think matters to us anyways. And if you haven't checked it out, speaking of sandbox games, go check out Minecraft, where we try to get to the Nether. Part 1, see where it all started right now.